Chat, what's going on? Welcome to the Betting News Network. Happy Friday. Happy hour. It's the All Sauce team. That's Sauce Man. My name is Sweatpants Jesus. Let's do it, V. Happy hour, chat.
Oh, man. Happy hour, chat, right? It's that time?
Oh, you had to open another one just for the vibes.
I do, you know what I mean? Mine's almost empty, that's why.
Oh, isn't that a shame? Isn't that a shame?
Not at all. How you boys doing? How you doing, SPJ? Friday, no sook. Obviously, wedding season for our boy, but hey, we couldn't let the squad down. We got bets to talk about. We got news to talk about. Free agency is off and running. Holy shit.
Dude, we got a lot to discuss.
Lots and lots of copium to huff on, to hear live in front of everybody. So, hey, we're going to have a good time, chat.
Can't wait to hear you huff on the copium. Happy hour. Let's get saucy with it. You guys know the vibes. Welcome to the Betting News Network, the All Sauce team, brought to you by our sponsors at Online Casino Games. Go check out that right there, onlinecasinogames.com. Use our promo code BNX20 to get $10 of free spins dropped into your account. Disney's already been in the blackjack tables. He may never come back. I don't know. We'll see. We got Jackson Beast McNeese down below, pressing the ones and twos.
I mean, Business been cooking lately, right? Like that little score cup parlay. Jackson's got a little, jersey in his future coming here, a little Team USA jersey. I mean, it's been a fun World Cup so far for the boys.
I almost wore my Team USA jersey, but it's my father-in-law's birthday today, and so we're going to Topgolf tonight with some friends.
Oh,
so
hell yeah. Happy birthday to father-in-law's PJ. Father-in-law Jesus.
Father-in-law Jesus had a great day. I have a great picture of him with the 12th pack of beer that my family brought to him as a present. And then also happy belated to you, big dog. I've been texting with you. Chat knows it's your birthday yesterday. You survived. You made it here today. Proud of you. Did you have a good birthday?
It wasn't a morning show, right? It wasn't a morning show because I can tell you, SPJ, you can tell chat too that you didn't hear from me until about probably a little bit later than most days. But hey, the vibes are rolling in today, and we're gonna have a nice day. It's Friday.
Friday, the vibes are high. Peace sauce, happy belated. Ronan's down below having a good time too. I don't know. Why is he happy? Just the vibes for Friday. He's just like Friday vibes. Let's get it.
Exactly. Locked in. The boys are locked in today.
Locked and ready to go.
Messi plays in an hour. I think that's what has the boys probably a little bit, you know what I mean? Feeling nice.
Probably. We got 2 World Cup games going on this evening. We got Cape Verde taking on the Argentina team, and then Colombia versus Ghana, which is the follow-up game after that. Shaggy Bets will be live at Arrowhead for that game as well. So if you liked the content of Shaggy posting pictures of him drinking copious amounts of beverages at Arrowhead for that game, he will probably be doing the same once again tonight.
I think I'm wrong. Was that supposed to be the Netherlands in that game at Arrowhead, or was that
No. He got graced with that ticket, and there was supposed to be a 90 minutes to glory before us today, but Shaggy obviously said, "Yo, I got a ticket to a knockout round game," and I was like, "Yeah, go do that."
Dude, Colombia too. That's a fun team to watch. I will say they play real fucking fast, and I think this time watching the World Cup, obviously outside of any other time, having now matured, I think a little bit. It's fun to watch the different styles of play coming from the different parts of the world. And with the bigger, I think, field of play, we're seeing a little bit more representation from each region as well, maybe a little bit more than normal.
It's cool as an adult to take it in, and especially now that we're getting into the games where it starts, because there's so many group stage games, and like, yeah, we watched most of them, but like some of it goes a little passing by, and there's so much going on. But now it's getting to the point where you're really locked in to almost every second of every game. We just saw Egypt advance. Congratulations to the Egyptians, taking down the Aussies in interesting world penalty fashion. The Aussies decided to substitute their goalkeeper. After a fantastic game from the 22-year-old, they brought in their veteran goalkeeper for the PKs. Didn't end up mattering really, but that was interesting. That'll be a talking point. But yeah, man, it's going to be crazy to see. Maybe Cape Verde can make some noise tonight. I just want to pull up what Shags
is shaking his head probably very vigorously. Like there's no shot. No shot.
Number one team in FIFA rankings in the world versus the number 67 team.
Hey man, can we? Okay, now we're gonna get sidetracked. Obviously, derailed, but just because Messi is about to play in about 15 minutes, this came up on my timeline the other day, and obviously, we consistently on the All Sauce team here talk about LeBron James. We talk hoops all the time, right? On this network, we talk about longevity and GOATs in their respective sports, but I do feel like because we are very much on this side of the planet, we don't always look at Messi like the guy that he is, but dude is still playing at a phenomenal level. And I think that him coming to obviously Miami and coming to the MLS, everybody thought that there was going to be a little bit, obviously not the same level of competition, but to see him still doing it at the World Cup, I think is insane. 2 World Cups ago, they were talking about this being his last World Cup. And here he is still leading the field, I think, in goals and just, you know what I mean, looking like the favorite to maybe go all the way here. Absolutely insane. And in an era where we've gotten to watch LeBron James, Tom Brady, and now Lionel Messi, it's just absolutely insane. The longevity of these guys.
It's interesting too, because, even as a casual soccer fan, that the entire narrative around Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo the last decade, I guess, maybe a little bit less than that, but around that time has been, everybody loves the old GOAT conversation, right? Like, and I mean, even as a guy who maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I kind of was in a little more of the camp of Ronaldo was the better player just because of how dominant physically he was.
Yeah.
But at this point right now, where we stand, I don't think you can unless you just love Ronaldo, like you cannot make a legitimate argument for either, like for anybody being the GOAT except for Messi. Like it's Messi and then everybody and then the field. Maybe Ronaldo's a close second after that, purely off the fact of like, just because he's also 40 years old. But Messi to me is by far, especially after winning the World Cup last year, what he's been able to do, how good he's been in the tournament, first right now in the Golden Boot race. I mean,
I think it's insane too, the way like everybody involved in soccer talks about him. His teammates talk about him. Like, I don't know if you've seen that story about one of the guys when they won the World Cup and he comes home to his wife and he literally in a daze thinks he's talking to Messi because he's like, I love you, Messi, after she says, I love you to him. You know what I mean? And it's not just that, like you see it on the field, all the extra content that they kind of put out, the way Zlatan talks about him, where he's like, he's talking about the best attack in the World Cup and he's talking about how stacked France is, right? And then he's like, no, but Messi's in his own class. And then he's like, Mbappe, Ronaldo, and he names all these world-class strikers like Holland. And it's just how everyone talks to him, even Henry, the way he talks about him. This guy's in a class of his own. I think it's absolutely insane what he's done, the respect that he's built around the game of soccer. And it's, I don't know, he's fun to watch.
Nostalgia-wise, as a guy who I played a lot of soccer growing up, played travel ball, like, the Henrys, the Zlatans, even Donovan, even though Landon Donovan was, not up that level of player. Those were the guys, those were the strikers that, because I was a offensive midfielder and a striker when I was growing up and playing, those are the guys that I like looked up to and emulated my game after. So it's awesome to see them calling games now, talking about and remembering how great they were, because, maybe some people like, I don't know, maybe Beast McNeese, like guys like, I don't know if did you actually see on replay a game? Were you like a kid? No. Okay. See,
yeah,
like it's.
He didn't. Even I saw him play. I was never into soccer, and it's just, you know what I mean. Henry says it the best. It's the beautiful game, and it's absolutely been on display here. I think throughout the World Cup, even with the extended pool. I know a lot of people thought, hey, are a lot of these teams that are maybe wouldn't have gotten in a traditional World Cup, or I mean, in the last World Cup, how are they going to look? I mean, it's been fantastic, I think, across the fucking board. To see Morocco now in the round of 16, Canada in the round of 16, like, I'm living life.
The crazy thing about Henry, last thing on this, and then we'll get to what we're gonna do today, is first of all, he was the reason, because he was like the head of the Nike Vapors, which was like the Mercurial Vapors, which was like the boot at the time when I was, like 16, when I was, at that point of buying kick-ass
the
boots.
Hyper Dunk of the soccer cleats.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like I bought those because Henry wore them. And dude, man, like watching him as when he was in his prime, best in the world. It was like far and away, it was incredible shit. But we're seeing that on the stage from a lot of different teams right now. In the World Cup, regardless of what you think, and I know that you're somebody that's not a major soccer head, but like they hit it out of the park, man. Like it's been fantastic viewership. All the games have been cinema. Some of them, obviously, there's been a few that have been kind of meh, but like each knockout round game has been awesome. The coverage has been really, really good. I mean, even all the way that the pitches are laid out and like the arena, everything about it to me from a watching perspective and covering it and like following it across here and like talking about it has been 10 out of 10. I got zero complaints so far.
Same here, man. Same here. This is the most World Cup I've ever watched in my lifetime. And I think a lot of it has to do with the coverage. It's been fantastic. Watching on Telemundo has been absolutely fucking electric too. I don't know. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on during this World Cup that I think has literally been 10 out of 10. Like you said, I've been having a great time.
The only negative thing really was it was going to be my Bozo of the week, which will transition us to Bozo of the week. But I mean, VAR has been a big talking point in the soccer aspect of things. Croatians got screwed last night based upon a really suspect VAR decision.
Did you see the thing about the bump? Like you can tell because there's a sensor in the ball. Where the fuck did this sensor come from?
So they're actually, did you know that they're using this technology, testing it out in the NBA this season? Did you know this? This only contributes to magnet ball theories, man. I know. In the so I don't know if they're just doing it in summer league, but they're doing it in summer league, and I think they are actually testing it out in season. So there's going to be a sensor in the ball, very similar to the one that you just talked about in FIFA, that shows what they can kind of determine as touching, and it's designed for when they see tips going out of bounds, so they can tell when somebody tips a basketball off their finger or something to determine which way for possession.
This might be doing too much. Like
I agree. I mean, we don't need this.
This is maybe, are we old heads? Like this is doing too much.
We're grandpa shaking our fists at the cloud now, brother. It's at that point in our lives. You just had your birthday. I mean, it happens to the best of us, man.
Mid-30s, man. Like this is where we're at now. Like,
hey, at least we're not Bill Simmons getting a colonoscopy when Jaylen Brown gets traded.
That was crazy. That was insane.
Wow.
Honestly, though, I might have rather have been there than live on fucking stream. Fuck.
What's that noise? Oh my god! Yeah, which was better, a colonoscopy or dealing with chat giving you a colonoscopy?
I don't know. I felt like I was getting a colonoscopy. I can say that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
It's been, the VARs have been tough, obviously. But Jackson, cue it up. Let's do a Bozo of the week. We haven't played this in a minute. We're gonna get Bozos of the week out of the way, get some negativity. We'll talk some news, and then we'll talk the best with you guys right here on the All Sauce team. Let's get it. All right, I'm doing this without Sook today. Sook doesn't love this game.
He feels bad.
He only likes this game when he can really yell about somebody, but I feel like you and I enjoy this game a lot. So I'll let you go first.
Man.
Yeah, lots of fucking bozos around these days. So Bozo of the week this week, there's a lot of them. Honorary mentions, drop in the chat who you guys think is your Bozo of the week. Sauce, I'm going to let you lead us off as a sports take, and then I've got one that's a little bit more entertainment centered.
Yeah, honestly, it's just NBA media, and it's not it's the big media heads. It's the major corporation media. It's not the independent media. And I just think that the way Jaylen Brown has been covered, whether it's leaking from the Celtics, I don't love it if it's coming from them. I just think that everything is now about interactions, about views, and about how much you will be seen or talked about on the timeline. The Bobby Marks stuff I thought was an insane thing. Even if an analytical guy had said it to you, seventh best player, to go on and then say that and not put a face to these comments, I think is absolutely insane. Then on top of that, to come out and double down on it afterwards, then the things about his character, about things like about him feeling like the smartest guy in the room. I don't know. To me, there are certain things where if you are a journalist and you hear certain things, I don't know. To me, you need to be able to differentiate between gossip and people just talking shit about each other and people actually reporting on something that is going on. If Jaylen Brown did feel that way, he wouldn't be the only person. I don't love his comments or his reply to it saying the bar is set very low, because to me, it sounds like you're talking not only about front offices or about ownerships, but you're talking about guys that you play with, guys that you are going to play with, your teammates, your peers.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't love his response. It felt a little bit arrogant to me, and say what you want. I didn't love that, but I do think that the way the coverage has been, it's just very click driven. Even Bill Simmons talking about Giannis and making the comment that they didn't want to pay the 35%. He has since come out and backtracked that and saying that's not what happened here. That's not really what I said. And I just think that so many times here we get caught up in trying to get a clip, trying to get a moment. And because of the actual information some of these really big media heads have from being in the game for so long, from working for these big corporations, that sometimes something like this much information is extrapolated into this big of a story. And I just think that that's lame as fuck. At this point, we're not doing journalism. We are just looking for clicks, right? And we used to have the clickbait websites. We used to have the clutch points, these kinds of websites. It didn't used to be the ESPNs, the like big names. It didn't used to be the Shams, the guys that are just milking every single interaction that you can out of whatever the hell is going on. I just think that the way it's being covered right now, it's insane. The stuff that's coming out about Jaylen Brown, disparaging him, all of it is unnecessary. I don't love the trade. I don't love that he asked out. I'll hop on some copium in a little bit here. But I just think that the way we cover players needs to have a little bit of fucking class. We have real flat earthers and billionaire worshipers in the NBA that are being covered with less vitriol than Jaylen Brown just because he thinks he's intelligent and likes to stream.
Yeah.
And maybe he thinks he's better than he is. But in what world are you telling anybody that is a normal person to not have that belief in themselves, right? The only way we have that is because we feel like we can tear down athletes. Like, oh, his ego is unchecked. Anybody else, a normal human being, you're just like, nah, that guy, he believes in himself, right? I just think that we need to check ourselves at the door with the way that we're covering some of these things. And it's just an insane way for him to go out here. I hope it's not the team leaking these things. I don't think it is. Most of the stuff with Boston does stay in-house, but I don't know. I don't love the way that it was covered from beginning to end.
So I posted something earlier. I agree with you mostly. I mean, the Boston stuff, obviously your opinion will always be laden with green colored glasses, but I agree the fact that, you know, giving this guy, I mean, the Colin Cowherd stuff, like we don't even need to talk about that. Like,
what, dude, shut up. Yeah. Like he's the one guy that had nothing to say, no sources, not a fucking single thing to say as the whole process is going on. And now you have
He's just as bad. He's just as bad as Stephen A. Man. Like, I mean, I guess you can say that like those guys have been around for so long because they've always just kind of stayed quote unquote relevant. They're there for the clicks. They're there to make a conversation. Like that is the whole point, right? But like Colin Cowherd has been caught just saying the dumbest shit of all time. And I guess that does happen consistently when you are talking on a microphone about sports 3-4 hours a day, every single day. Like you're going to make some mistakes, but he thought he was down with the Sixers were doing because he thought Daryl Morey was doing stuff. And Daryl Morey got fired like 2 months ago.
Ben Simmons, LeBron, we're good. We're good now, LeBron. We're good. You can retire now. We're good. Ben Simmons.
I mean, I tweeted this earlier, and I know that you saw this because I did know you were alive after your birthday because you liked this tweet. So that's how I Noah Dazel, which she covers the Boston Celtics. She's a great follow in the journalistic NBA community, and she's a woman in sports, which is great to follow the ladies doing everything that they're doing across all platforms. But she talked about like how basically when you're an interviewer or a journalist covering a specific team, or when you're allowed access in those situations, sometimes you get things from insiders or even people of higher, like athletes or ownership group people, that is said in confidence. That's not necessarily supposed to be reported or used as an actual official statement. And she was saying that, like, sometimes you're allowed to use those things, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you have to quote those things, but you can't say who they're from. And that's just a part of it. But to say those things in an inflammatory fashion or to fabricate them is just crazy. And we live in a world now where it's like fake news is everywhere. So people can just say stuff on the timeline. It's crazy, dude. You have to like double, triple, quadruple check shit now to make sure that it's even real. Like, obviously getting Sintel'd is funny in concept, but like it's just happening daily, consistently. So real journalism is dying a terrible, horrible death. So support all the true journalists you guys know out there. There's some great ones that do good work, either writing, doing podcasts, also video work and things like that are actually trying to just talk about the sports. There's plenty of drama, that's real. There's plenty of drama that's actually out there that makes the game great, makes the teams great, makes following the sports great. Like, we don't need to make this Love Island the NBA version. Like, I'm good on that.
We talk about storylines and narrative plays and everything like that all the time around here, but never are we sitting here like okay, maybe sometimes I'm fabricating stories and stretching them for my narrative. But what I mean is, none of us are sitting
here your point.
trying to like look for drama or things like that. Like, obviously it was unfortunate what happened. I don't love that they split up. I have since now come to terms with the thing, and I have, like I said, on a ton of copium. JB wanted out. I think whether he requested a trade or not, I think that he wanted to be the alpha. Whether it was in Boston, whether it was somewhere else, I think he wanted to be the alpha. I don't think Boston found a place for him to do that. And I do think that they reached a point where they were like, we just need to be done with the situation. That as much as we want him to have the team, the reports of Atlanta, the reports of the Bucks, where he might be that guy, they didn't come to fruition because other teams, and for whatever reason, we'll have the analytics debate in here in a bit, other teams just didn't value him the same. And I think that that's exactly what it fell to, because we can say what we want, but this isn't a Luka situation where he was traded in the middle of the night without any reports that he wanted out, without a single report. He was even being shopped, without even a single other team being asked if they would like Luka Doncic on their team. They did their due diligence. They asked a ton of teams. Lots and lots of teams were in contention. Now reports of the Hornets. Thank God we dodged Miles Bridges in the Celtics jersey. Thank God for that. I'm just going to say that that's what the value is, what the value is.
Yeah, the market's the market. The business is the business. Like, it is what it is. But before we get into that, chat, because this is what we're going to go to next after my bozo of the week. Mine's really quick. And this one's for everybody else. This is not really sports related. This is more just media as a whole related. And if you're a gamer out there, you guys saw this news. And to be honest, chat, I'm not a big gamer. I had a Nintendo 64 growing up. I had a PS2, then I got an Xbox, and then I stopped playing games because I had a life outside of that. But everybody else has had a game system probably in their life. A lot of you guys are game heads out there playing games consistently. And massive news in the gaming department, and I'm going to bring up the graphics for this one. First of all, PlayStation dropped this. As of September the 1st, 2026, due to our content licensing agreement, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previous purchased studio canal content, and the content will be removed from your video library, which had people kind of pissed off because they were like, hell, we bought this digital copy of this particular DVD, and now I can't fucking watch Terminator 2 if I want to, that I paid for. What the hell is that? Oh, but that just begins. Chat, Bozo of the week for me, the fucking executives and the billionaires that run PlayStation. Because as of yesterday, 2 days ago, Sony has announced it will stop making discs and PlayStation games will be all digital beginning January 2028. This announcement came immediately after telling its customers it was going to delete 550 movies from the accounts of people that paid for them. Now, we've talked about this quite a bit on this show, on this channel. Sook has talked about this ad nauseum with our group chats, but also on here sometimes as well. I understand that physical media, as in CDs, discs, vinyls, all those things have been a dying art for quite a while. But the bigger issue here is that they have gotten to the point where I retweeted something from a guy on Instagram earlier today, which was just a fantastic point. He was obviously a gamer and was really fucking mad about this, as you should be. Not only is it shitty because this means that ownership doesn't matter anymore. Like, ownership doesn't mean anything. If you buy something, they can just say, "Oh, the license is gone and we're taking it away." So that's the first part that's fucked up. But the second part is that, like, this remove, because people are like, "Oh, people are basically just buying digital copies anyway. Like, it doesn't matter." Which, okay, fair enough. That's fine. But what about, and again, I'm kind of quoting this dude. I don't want to steal his thunder here, but what about, the middle class mom that's a single mom that has to work like before Christmas, multiple shifts, and wants to see her kids open up a physical copy of something that she spent $80 fucking on, because that's how expensive games are now. What about, yeah. And the list goes on and on. And then they can just, when they get to the point where they upgrade past the system 2 or 3 years down the road, because you know how fast that happens, then they can just say, "Oh, that game's obsolete. So the game that you bought, it doesn't matter anymore." And they can delete it out of your library because you don't actually physically own it anymore.
Yeah.
It's whack. It's crazy. It's the unfortunate part of ownership doesn't exist anymore in this space. And go out there and buy as many fucking DVDs and games as you can at this point, because it's a thing that is slowly disappearing in front of our eyes. And PlayStation, right there, you can have that, because fuck that.
I completely agree, man. I'm a gamer. I love gaming. I'm not a huge, I wouldn't say I'm really fucking good at it, but I do love a great single player game, and just being able to fucking, like, detach from reality and enter a different reality, so to speak, right? This is absolutely insane. I know, for even more so, like, the people who watch movies, people who think you have ownership, that's insane. Like, you might as well just run a streaming service at this point, because obviously licenses expire. You might not be able to renew the license, whatever it is that happens with streaming services, not when you sell the fucking movie to the people. Like, to me, this feels like a lawsuit should be incoming. This doesn't feel right. How can you just take something that you have sold to someone as a product? And obviously it's in the fine print. It says it. We are selling you the license to this. It's just,
yeah, and see, this is the thing about, like, understand, and this is why a lot of people are getting up in arms about it, and, like, because a lot of people don't give a shit about the fine print. A lot of people don't care and don't understand that, I can still just go buy it and it's fine. No, it doesn't.
I've never read the fine print on any fucking movie or fucking TV show or video game I have purchased ever in my life.
I think a lot of people are probably in the same boat as you, Sauce Man. So fuck you, PlayStation. Fuck you, Sony. And also just the way that they went about doing it. I mean, it's been awesome watching the troll tweets. Domino's, shout out Domino's. They retweeted this with a picture of, like, an announcement from them saying, "Oh, breaking news, we are actually making all of our pizzas digital versions. So you will be able to buy the digital version of the pizza." I think KFC did the same thing. Some other places did the same thing, to say, like, why are you're selling a physical copy of something that you can actually buy, but then you can just take it away. What the fuck are we doing?
Like, I don't know. I don't understand that. There's
Yeah, I almost said today, breaking news, I'm going to walk around naked now because all of my clothes were put in the digital shop and you can't see them anymore. How about that?
Yeah, if you want BNN digital hoodies, we have those available. Not in the store. Those. You actually just have to Venmo me straight
to V's PayPal. You can just drop that in our DMs.
SPJ knows I don't have Venmo, so I was just trying to relate to our American friends.
That's cute. Hey, you should be able to soon, though, no?
Soon. SSN is in the mail, hopefully.
All right, now. Let's go. All right, chat, let us know who my honorary Bozo of the week, like I said, was VAR. Just the utilization of it, how they've been using it at the World Cup. I just think that they have to fix that shit. And I hope that they make adjustments to it moving forward. It's obviously necessary for the game, but seeing how many times and what has happened with VAR has been Bozo material.
The bulge. The bulge.
On that note, let's talk some news. Speaking of the bulge, breaking news. Bring the. I don't have the graphic for this, but we got the banner. We got the banner for it. We got the ticker. England taking on Mexico on Sunday. It's going to be a great game at the Azteca. And apparently, Chad, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but apparently the UK team And B, I did not triple check this to make sure that this wasn't Sintel, but multiple accounts posted it. Underdog posted it. I felt pretty confident about it. And as a doctor, I would like your professional opinion about this. Okay. Apparently, England has been allowed, chat. If you don't know, the Azteca is like 7,000 miles above sea level. So it is really high up in the air. So obviously altitude issues, dealing with things like that, similar to playing in Mile High. Apparently the England players are going to be taking Viagra before their game against Mexico. I don't know which players. It has not been reported which ones are going to pop the blue pill or not, because it apparently helps with regulating. I'll let you talk about it. You're a doctor. Is this real, or is this a thing? Are they actually going to be popping the blue pills? Are we going to see the bulge maybe come out and be an offside problem?
So I do think that this is it's not that it wouldn't work. I just don't think that it's going to work how people are maybe thinking. The reason that it's being allowed is because sildenafil, Viagra, whatever you want to call it, it's not a PED. It's not a performance-enhancing drug. Studies have been done on it, and I looked at those studies before coming on here today. And studies have shown, yes, there's mild effects on increased cardiac output and maybe a little bit on O2 sat, meaning how much oxygen is being saturated into your blood. But the problem with altitude is your literal red blood cell count. People who have been accustomed to playing at that altitude have an increased red blood cell count because of the decreased level of oxygen in the air. That decreased level of oxygen is what's going to cause these England players issues. Now, what sildenafil does, what it's supposed to do, is it causes vasodilation, meaning your arteries and your veins will dilate a little bit more, causing an increased blood flow to muscle, tissue, things like that. That's where you get a little bit of an increase in cardiac output. But the problem is that it doesn't do anything in terms of red blood cell count or oxygen carrying capability. That's why I don't think it's going to have an effect. I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing it. I would think you want whatever kind of advantage, because this isn't even the same as playing in Denver. This is 7,300 feet above sea level. This is the highest stadium where any professional sport is played. It's the Azteca. And I do think that there's going to be a significant difference because of what these England players are normally used to. Not only do they not play games in places like Denver, Colorado, or anything like that, but now they're coming into an atmosphere like this. I think I have Mexico on Sunday. I don't think the sildenafil is going to do what it needs to do, or the Viagra is going to do what it needs to do. But I understand the science and I understand why they're doing it. It's just research has shown, outside of a little bit of increase in cardiac output, that benefits just won't be there. But like I said, there's a lot of bodybuilders that take this before they go for their workout. There's a lot of nitrogen-based pre-workouts that essentially have the same net effect, maybe more so on your veins rather than down there. Because sildenafil, or Viagra, was literally created as a medication for angina, meaning low oxygen to the heart, to cause dilation. A side effect was the erections. That was a side effect. And then they realized, hey, wait, we could mark this to a whole different category of person.
A whole new world.
So that's how that came about. But I understand the science. I just don't think that you can't replicate it. Like, despite it helping, it's not the same as the guys that are playing there at that altitude and are used to it. And I do think it's why Mexico's had a significant advantage in a ton of these games. And even if you look at teams that have played there that aren't Mexican, I think you watch those guys and you see them. Yeah. They're gassed.
It's really interesting because, it's just a fascinating thing because, like, what if could you imagine being an athlete? I mean, you just broke it down. This is why I love the fact that you're a doctor, or you're going to be a doctor soon. So I can ask you these questions, like, actually you can get legit answers, and then we can have the fantastical conversation after it. Could you imagine being an athlete, bro, and your physio comes up to you and says, hey, man, altitude's going to be crazy. We're going to give you some blue pills. I'd be so nervous, bro. Imagine you, like, get out there and you start running around, and then, like, old Jimmy John just decides to stand erect for the next 90 minutes.
I said, I've never popped one, but if I was in this exact situation, like playing for England, I would want any kind of help.
So you would just
deal with that. I would pop it 100%.
You didn't straight in.
1000%. Anything that I can help with the altitude and thing like in a game like this, you got to do it. And also, unless one of these guys is sexually aroused out there on the field,
that's what I'm saying.
We won't
man.
see anybody pitching a tent. But if somebody's pitching a tent, I'm just saying that might tell us everything we need to know.
They've been paying into some people in the crowd.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying some of these Mexican fans are.
Yeah. Put some honey packs in the fucking tea in it. Come on, man.
That's basically what it is. Because honey packs are not legal. Like wherever you find them, legally they're not supposed to be selling those at that fucking store. But that's literally what it is. Honey packs have Viagra in them.
Yeah.
So
I just am exactly proper.
Yep.
Yeah, man. What happens? I'm telling you, dude. What happens if that blade of grass
might just have honey packs? Who knows? They might just have honey packs.
Yeah, KP. Man, imagine they were playing the Colombians. Whew, they'd be like, "Nah, bro, we ain't doing it."
No, it's gonna be a good game though. The stadium, the two teams, the matchup. I just think it's gonna be a really fucking fun time on Sunday.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna cover that tomorrow and on Sunday on Sauce Team, as that game is Sunday in the Aztec, and we'll see if the Red coach pitched some tents. I don't know. We'll find out. Couple games tonight in the World Cup. We are not going to talk about them at all because you don't want VNI's bets for these games. But Shags did talk.
Up on BN though. Go check them out.
Go read them. Bettingnews.com. Shags and BTP broke it down a little bit earlier today on the morning spread. I know that. Let me just pull up the banners. Are they still in here, or was I an idiot and deleted them? Probably an idiot deleted them. Yeah, I did. Thanks, Beast. I know. Thank you. I know. I do that. Shags has plays. Go check him out at bettingnews.com. I do know he's on Colombia. He's also going to be at that game. So, betting on the Colombians. I'll tell you quick. This is the moments that I love Shags so much because, you guys know Shags has a good time, but he's usually pretty to the point. But every once in a while, Shags will drop into our group chat or something like that with just a banger of a comment. And he told me like 4 or 5 days ago that he was getting some merch for this game tonight, some Colombian merch because he's not a Colombia fan, but he's going to the game. Mm-hmm. And he was rooting for Colombia. And he was like, yeah, I ordered it, but I don't. He was like, it could arrive between Thursday and Sunday. You know how they fucking do that. And I was like, damn. And I texted him this morning. I was like, are you getting your merch? He was like, nah, but I got a Pablo Escobar shirt and I'm going to be wearing that.
I'm going to need some fucking pictures from the Shags shirt. That's
Chat,
for sure.
Just be on the lookout in the broadcast because if I was a cameraman and I was at Kansas City, yeah, fuck the guys wearing the Columbia shirts. I'm going straight to the guy with the long hair and the Pablo Escobar shirt on.
100%. My God. I love this man.
Elite. But he's on the Colombians. We'll see what happens tonight in the World Cup. And then obviously the nothing in the Cape Verde and the Argentina game. There you go from Beast. Under feeling frisky, Cape. These are Shags plays. Argentina, Cape Verde, under 3, -122. Paying a bit of the juice for the push potential. And then the Colombia money line, under 3.5 to -102. I know you can. The Colombian money line might find its way into our parlay today because we might have to mix it in there. The late night tuck us in piece. We'll see.
I mean, hey, Jackson, are you betting Messi hat trick? Is that something that's in the cards? No? The 2+? What about the 2+?
A guy that is -200 to score a fucking goal is just diabolically criminal. Like, he's probably scoring a goal, but that's diabolically criminal.
Golden boot, and like, if there was ever a team that wants to also add to the lore, Argentina firmly wants to do that. Like, if they can fucking pad his stats, they definitely want to do that. And also, I think he's taken the most penalties in World Cup history too, right? I'm a big Messi guy, but I'm trying to cap a play here, not trying to talk shit, just trying to cap a play.
You guys are getting an inside scoop on how V caps his soccer plays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Instead of doing what we were going to do, we were going to talk NBA news next and then do the bets. Let's do the bets, get through the baseball, get to the dub, cook the lay. So then chat has something to tail for the rest of the show. And then we'll spend the rest of the show talking NBA news and what's going on in the world. Start on the diamond. I know you said you have 1 or 2 home run.
I got 2 plays. Let me go first, and then you can go. We can alternate like we did the other day. Hopefully, I don't fuck up the juju. But I got 1, and this price tag on this guy just doesn't feel like it makes sense. plus 255. Obviously, Michael King has been elite this year. He doesn't give up a ton of hard contact, but Shohei Ohtani actually has great history against this guy. And not to mention, the dude has just been absolutely crushing the ball in the month of June. We're now here into July. I do think that this guy keeps it going. He started the season a little bit, I don't want to say cold, but if you compare it to what he's looked like in years past, a little bit cold. He's once again pitching. I think he's on the mound today as well, but I just think that he has one of those signature Ohtani games. I did bet him last night, so this is also a little bit of the I want right back to him the next day theory here. So give me Shohei Ohtani at plus 255 to hit a home run tonight at Dodger Stadium.
I love it. Pajes came through for me yesterday in that game. Shout out Mookie Betts as well for Chef. And yeah, let's see if Shohei the GOAT can get the job done. Because they're tight. Yeah.
Dude, why does that work? I don't know.
I helped you out, though.
So, like, when we're
you know what? Another one that works really well, Chad, if you're about to sneeze, say pineapple.
I hate it because like then I feel like I can't.
Then you want pineapple?
Like, then I'm like I don't like it. But we as kids, me, my two cousins, anytime somebody was about to sneeze, we would literally say "bless you" first because all of us have to say. We just don't sneeze, but all of us feel like weird as fuck when we don't get to sneeze. Then, so it would just be a game on who can fuck with who the most.
You've been robbed. You've been robbed of the sneeze.
Been robbed of a sneeze. It'll probably come soon, though. Don't worry, chat. I'll hopefully mute my mic when it happens.
I think that's what she said. I don't know. Okay, my play on the diamond. You guys know I don't bet baseball that much. But I've had an actually pretty good couple of days betting baseball. So I'm going back to it. I've got a couple WNBA plays as the dub is back tonight. But Sauceman, I'm going to Great American Ballpark, Cincinnati, taking on the Orioles. 92 degrees. Not really crazy wind, but it's hot. Great weather and a 10.5 point total. Both of these pitchers on the bump for the Orioles and the Reds. They stink. Rogers 5-7, 4.99 ERA, and then 3-7 is Singer with a 5.12 ERA, which is why we're getting the 10.5 point total. Now I know you don't like this guy, but I'm taking him today. Give me Ellie De La Dong over 1.5 TBs. Look for the best available price. I got minus 105. I am seeing some plus money out there if you'd like to shop around a little bit. And of course, as you do, and as I like to do as well, I took him for a ding dong. Home run, best available price, plus 300. I got plus 275-ish. What does the screen say? I'm on a different screen. Plus 275. Wow, my memory's good. Sprinkle the home run. He's been a little ice cold, kind of. And B's like literally probably rolling his eyes right now because he's upset about how inconsistent De La Dong has been. But that makes me like it even more, to be honest with you. He also has good success against Singer. Not a huge sample size specifically, but 2 at bats. And one of his hits was a home run. So not anything crazy, but Singer's been bad. And I think that De La Cruz can take one deep once again. Hit Pajes yesterday. Let's see if we can do the same again today. Okay.
Yeah.
Take us home.
I mean, Ellie has been one of those guys that I think is so fucking good. The injury sucked. He was playing really well. It's been kind of cold since he's come back. He burned me the other day, but I mean, this is one of the best ballparks to hit home runs in.
10.5 point total, bro.
Right?
Sorry, 10.5 run total. Like, come on now.
I mean, speaking of home runs, though, and ballparks that are great for home runs, let's go to Sutter Health Park in Sacramento.
Is that plus 130 for a home run? No way.
Plus 310. That's supposed to be plus 310. Sorry.
I was about to say it. Who are you?
Kyle Stowers hit a ton of home runs last year. This year, not so much. But the plus 310 price here, I do think, is a little bit indicative of what's going to happen tonight. He's only got 8 home runs this year. He's batting .234, but he has a 53% hard hit rate. Not against any split, not against righties or lefties, not against at home or nothing. He's a 53% hard hit rate. Like, I can't tell you somebody who I think has had worse luck. A 12.3% barrel rate. The dude has been hitting the hell out of the ball when he does actually make contact. Now, if you look at his away splits, it's a 55% hard hit rate with his batting average jumping to .252. This just feels like a great spot. Obviously, the Marlins do not play in a very hitter-friendly stadium, but Stowers does have the power to hit one out of the park. Here at Sutter Health Park, I think this is the perfect place for him to do exactly that. Plus 310. They're getting Perkins on the mound. It's a little bit of a bullpen game for the Athletics. So I'm not looking too much. I'm not I'm not overthinking it. I'm taking Kyle Stowers in a great spot here, I think, in a great stadium. So, yeah, give me the plus 310 for his home run tonight.
Yep, nothing wrong with riding with the Sutter Health Park wagon. Just keep it rolling with that.
If they're playing there, I feel like I have to have at least one bet in that game. It just doesn't feel right if I don't. Mm-hmm. Nick Kurtz feels like he's also very, very due. He's been stuck on 19 home runs for a few games now. I think Lang's just hit his 20th the other night. Kurtz feels incredibly due.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some moves on the diamond. Go check out some more stuff, obviously, at bettingnews.com if you want to get involved. B's got that look in his eye that he's hitting some home run bets tonight after his birthday.
Hopefully. I'm more locked in than I was yesterday. I can say that. I texted Chef to cook something up, and then I ended up texting him again after I went MIA. So that wasn't great, but today I'm locked in. Tossed up, but locked in.
All right. Let's go to the Lady Ballers, and then we'll finish off talking some NBA news. Liberty taking on the Minnesota Lynx tonight. 2.5-point dogs are the New York Liberty. It's going to be a great game, B. Your girl, Olivia Miles, is going to be taking on the Liberty, obviously. Multiple All-Stars playing in this game. The Liberty coming off their first game after winning the Commissioner's Cup. Now, I don't really I looked at Brianna Stewart. I like Olivia Miles in this game. I like Natasha Howard in this game. I think there could be some points here. It's a higher total than I was kind of expecting between two teams that play some pretty good defense. But I think that there's going to be scoring. And I'm going straight to what we saw in the last game in the final of the Commissioner's Cup final. Sabrina Ionescu was fantastic in this game, and I think that she's going to roll over that and continue it. This line is just too low. This line will not be in existence much longer if she gets back to playing starter minutes. She was recovering from the ankle injury that kind of kept her out for the first part of the season. So the minutes have kind of started to ramp back up to normal minutes. She started to look more comfortable. Obviously, she was just splashing on the aces, dude. Hit a dagger 3 at the end of that game. Just looked like the Ionescu that was one of the best players in the association a couple years ago. 23.5 PRA feels just really comfortable. She just had 26 points in her last game, and she has great success against the Lynx. Now, all of these games were last season, so chalk it up with a little bit of grain of salt here. But 11 assists, 4 boards, and 17 points in her last game against this team last season. I think she has a chance to have a good game once again tonight. I also like her threes if you want to go with the threes angle. 1.5 is a little bit juiced, but 2.5 for plus money feels comfortable. She hit 4 the last time she played against this team, and she was hucking them from deep in their last game as well. So when Ionescu is good, the Liberty are really tough to beat, and I think that she is back to being the Sabrina we all know and love. Give me her PRA at 23.5.
I was going to ask you in this game about Olivia Miles. What to read on her tonight, just because she has had a couple of games of 20 plus over the last 3. Her volume is there. Maybe the shooting percentage isn't where you want it to be, but what about the defensive matchup for her tonight? What do you think going up against Liberty?
Set it, forget it. Don't overthink it, dude. Take the PRA. It's 27.5, 28.5, depending on where you're shopping. You can also just take the points, sitting at 18.5 for plus money in some places. 20 points, like you said, in 3 straight games, 4 of her last 5. I mean, I said kind of the same thing yesterday with Paige Beckers. Like, I sometimes I just think with these lady hoopers, especially the big-time players, the books, they're kind of disrespecting them a little bit with their numbers. And to answer your question, just take it, man. The PRA looks great. The points looks great. I went with kind of the other side with Ionescu just because I think she's going to keep cooking, and I got a bit better of a number than I was expecting. But, I mean, Olivia at 27.5 should absolutely eat, and the points looks great too. So I like both of them.
First time playing the Liberty, right?
Yep. She hasn't played the Liberty yet this season, so she'll have a chance to
from Jersey. She's from New Jersey. I'm just saying. I remember that. I was wondering why this is sticking out in my brain. And it's because I looked up where she's from a long time ago when I first kind of, when I first got hip to her game. Looked this up, and then I was just wondering, yeah, she's from Phillipsburg, New Jersey. I wouldn't say it's very close, but this is the closest she's going to get.
Vicinity.
First game, Rookie of the Year conversations. You telling me she doesn't have family at the game? Of course she does.
When those narratives line up with the fact that, as you said, 22, 21, and 21 points in 3 straight games, 18, 18, and 13 shots in those games. Like this, she is the A1 offensive player right now. When Fee comes back, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But, I mean, the way that she's been hooping is just set it, forget it, don't overthink it. Like I said, I didn't overthink it with Paige Beckers yesterday. Her points line sitting at 19.5, which made no sense. She had 25, 7, and 7 and was awesome in their game against the Sun. Sometimes you just got to roll with it, man.
Do you think the points is better here, or like the points and assists, or maybe the PRA?
I think the PA probably, let me just double check the lines here. PA sitting at 24.5
for points.
I mean, if you really think about it, dude, if she's not scoring 17 to 19 points, like she's not hitting her PRA. So if you just want to take the points, like she's due at some point to flirt with a triple-double. Do I think that happens tonight? Probably not, but I think the points feel safe. Like, what is it? If I'm seeing 18.5 for plus money, if there's a 17.5 for not too much juice out there, maybe go that direction. I mean, hell, you can just take the 20 plus for plus money.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I might just, hey, like a little. I mean, 25 at plus 410. It's a little
okay.
Little piece.
That's getting a little greedy, but you know, I love you for it. But no, it's to be honest, man. Again, 174.5 point total was a bit surprising to me. I thought it was going to be in the high 169, 171, something like that. So we might see some fireworks in this game tonight. Again, Stewie's in a great matchup. I think Natasha Howard should cook too. There's a lot of players in this game. It's a good SGP game. So yeah, Miles was my kind of secondary player that I was going to bet besides Ionescu. So I'm go for it.
I'm definitely trying to get more into the WNBA here, just with like how good it has been and the level of talent that has come into the league. So
well, especially as somebody like yourself, you're a prop better for the most part, and there are just some. You get burned sometimes, you know, and they don't give you all the lines you want. It's a little frustrating, but there are some soft ass lines out there, man. Like I remember, you weren't there yesterday. I pitched Ai, who's the French player that plays for the Mercury. Her points line was 11.5. She had like 15 at halftime. It was free cheese. They just don't know how to do these lines. And here's another one in the other game. Sky taking on the Aces. Fresh off the loss, both of the teams that just played in the Commissioner's Cup final in Las Vegas tonight, late night game. Aces at home, taking on Chicago. No Asia Wilson in this one. Unfortunately, she got ruled out earlier today with that ankle problem. But I got this line earlier today because I kind of figured that Asia Wilson was not going to play. And to be honest with you, V, I didn't really care because the line was too low, and I hopped on it earlier today. Give me Jackie Young over. I got 24.5 PA for -125, -130, depending on where you were shopping earlier. That line is now gone. It's up to 26.5. I still like it there. Jackie Young has been fantastic for this team this season. She's also just one of my favorite guards to watch play, man. She's so tough, and she's just great finishing around the rim. She's going to take a lot of shots, and her facilitating has been fantastic. And, oh, by the way, she had 28 points and 8 assists against this team when they played at the end of June. No Asia equals Jackie's volume through the roof. The PA feels too low, 25.5. You can take the points if you want. It's 19.5. 20 plus feels very comfortable in this spot. In a spot the Aces should win against this really bad Chicago Sky defense. And I think that Jackie, as somebody said in the chat at the very beginning, I think a 30-piece could be on the table, maybe 35 if she's feeling frisky. Maybe she flirts with a triple-double. Like, this is Jackie Young's team when Asia is out. And she's probably going to show that tonight against a bad defensive team. I didn't end up betting this. On the other side, Azara Stevens and Camila Cardoso should cook down low for the Sky. They will eat Alyssa Smith and Parker Tyus alive. They have in this matchup consistently, even when Asia was out there. Like both of them, don't have PR lines where I'm at right now, so I stayed off because I just get really mad when I can't bet the PR and I take one of the other lines and they don't hit and the PR hits because I just like throw my phone on the ground. So I stayed off. I took Jackie on the other side, but I think Cardoso and Stevens is in a good spot too if you'd like to go either direction with one of those ladies.
The 22.5 PR, I was just going to say, yeah, has a great hit rate against this Aces team. And
for Cardoso or for Zora?
Cardoso, yeah.
Cardoso. Her PRA looks really good. She does facilitate well. And now that Asia's out, it's a 4.5 point spread. I think this game should stay relatively close. So both of those ladies have a chance to have a big night tonight down low. But I just went with I felt good about it. And again, I got Jackie earlier when Asia was still questionable because I had a feeling she wasn't going to play. Wanted to kind of snipe that line before it changed, and it did. So
yeah, I feel like they give up a lot of size too without her out there. Asia.
Yeah. Well, she's Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, her gravity too. It showed in the Commissioner's Cup final game. And again, Jackie was fantastic in that one. But yeah, Austin, that's probably the way to go if you can't take the PR. You can also take Azura Stevens points or the threes. 2+ feels comfortable for Stevens V. I know you love a good 2+ line for plus 140. 3+3. She's hitting back-to-back games. Flo and I have talked about her quite a bit. She's the type of player that just new team, taking her a minute to settle in, but she's good for 2+3s consistently, and her line at plus money feels very comfortable. So should be a fun night. 2 good games in the WNBA as we wrap things up on the Friday. Okay. Let's cook, and then we'll finish off last few minutes talking. Having some fun.
News.
Yeah, some news. Okay. You want to go Shohei, or do you want to go with Stowers?
Let's go Stowers. Stowers? No. But yes.
Potato. TBs?
TBs. Total bases.
I'm in the wrong game. Oops. Okay, Stowers. Gots to. You can get, it's win-win. You can either get really mad at him, or we could also take, hang on, Stowers HRR is 1.5 minus 130.
Oh, that's
or we take the 2 bases for plus 110 and get greedy.
Let's just take the HRR. Why not?
Okay. We've literally gone 3 of 4 on our last 4 of our last 5 Betspresso parlays. So
it's actually been so tough for my bankroll.
Let's make it up tonight. You said De La Cruz.
I took up a home run late too before we got here.
Yeah.
I honestly just think Stowers, Ellie, or Ellie Shohei if we want to get a little bit chalky.
No, let's go Stowers and Ellie. I feel good about your Stowers read. Stowers and Ellie. Bases for Ellie. So Ellie De La Cruz 2+ bases. Should we take Columbia? Ride with Shags?
I'm down.
I think we have to take them to
Shags in a Pablo Escobar shirt. Like you had me at hello.
Let's see Columbia to win is minus 240.
Is that like to qualify or just the money line?
That's just the money line.
Yikes.
To advance is minus 600. That's nasty.
Dude, what about who's their scorer? James?
Or Luis Diaz.
Or yeah, let's take Luis Diaz.
TSOA?
Yeah.
I can get into it.
I mean, minus 650 tells me that he's got to have something to do with something.
Something. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed. Okay, Luis Diaz, TSOA. Jeff.
And then do we take Jackie Young or Sabrina?
Let's take Jackie. I like Jackie better. Let's take her points. All right, so assists, goal scorers. Let's see, TSOA for Luis Diaz plus 100. Be involved, Luis. And then Jackie for
25.
No, just 20. Why they still have Asia's props listed? That's janky.
That's how you know the lines are soft. That they haven't even fucking adjusted.
Soft. Jackie Young, 20 points. Luis Diaz, TSOA to score assist. Ellie De La Cruz, 2 bases. Kyle Stowers, 2+ hits, runs, and RBI. The other thing we could do. No, let's not. I don't want to throw Messi in here and mess things up. Pun intended.
That starts right now, doesn't it?
I know. I don't want to be able to post the graphic. Okay. All right, there you go. Plus 1,200. Plus 1192. Plus 1,200. Feels good, dude.
And then Stowers, Ellie, home run. Right?
You don't want to put Shohei in there too?
Should you still Shohei in there too? I mean, fuck it, 3-teamer? Yeah. Let's get lit. Yeah, you're right. I'm soft.
You know,
right.
You know what? The comparison between me and England today, England on Sunday and me today, you know what's going to be? We're not going to be soft, chat.
We're not going to be soft. Three guys, 3 dongs. And when it hits, Sook is fired. No,
that's what V says every single time we don't have Sook on All Sauce.
Literally every time. I miss him so much.
All right. Let me cook that up and find it out. And to be honest, we may not even get to NBA news, but we can. You're with me tomorrow, right?
Yep.
We'll talk some NBA news tomorrow. We'll have Justin. Yeah. We'll have Luch with us tomorrow. I'm sure he might have some thoughts as our resident Sixers fan.
That might be nice to have him on the other end of my copium a little bit. You know what I mean? So he can bring me back to reality of what Paul George really is.
Also, we can get some thoughts from him and the possibilities of LeBron James taking his talents to Philadelphia.
Man, a lot of Sixers fans on the timeline out there just letting LeBron know. We got to talk about that whiteboard too. The whiteboard that was put out there by his agent. What is the league? Okay, save the file.
I saw the great meme of it's like the Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Charlie Day like breaking things down on the board, like freaking out, and that was the LeBron, the Rich Paul thing in comparison.
Awesome. But like very seriously, that's exactly what's going on here. What are we doing?
Straight up. Stowers. Who was the other one? Oh yeah, Shohei. That's late, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. Both mine are late.
Plus 5150 for those three guys to go Yabo.
Come on, chat. What else do you need?
What could go wrong?
3 Yabos. Just 3.
Just the 3 of us. Okay. All right. Let me read off the parlay, and then Sauce Man, let's get out of here, and we can go and enjoy our Friday nights. Chat will be back with you guys tomorrow morning for Betspresso in the AM. It'll probably be either 11 or 12 Eastern, so be on the lookout on the timeline. We'll post it. It'll be me, V, and Mr. Luch stopping by. Fam will bring you the moves that he likes on the Formula One streets. We'll be talking about what we saw tonight. We'll be talking about previewing the World Cup tomorrow, WNBA, MLB, and we will be talking about the NBA news that we didn't end up getting to today.
Tons to talk about, so make sure you're there. I'll bring my hot dogs.
And it's the 4th of July tomorrow. Chad, do you guys appreciate the fact that we go live literally every single holiday except Christmas and Thanksgiving?
That's it. Every other holiday. Sean B's not a big hot dog guy.
It's the old vegetarian thing, Sean.
Yeah, that's what it is, to be honest.
Ellie De La Cruz, 2 bases. Luis Diaz to score or assist for, there it is. Bing bong. Stowers, 2+ HRR. Luis Diaz, TSOA. Jackie Yang, 20 points. De La Dong for 2 bases. Plus 1,200. Jeff, we're working on it. Big trust, yeet. We're working on the 24-hour stream. It'll happen before football, I promise.
Or during football. It gives us something to do and sweat. Like,
no, we can't push it off that far. If we do that, we're just going to be pushing it off to 2027. We ain't doing that.
I mean, 2027 football season would be done. But yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it, chat. We'll do it.
See, chat, if it was up to V, we would never do it. This is the thing.
I already had to do it once, chat. It wasn't fun. Okay,
I know, Stifler. Trust me, I know. I promise we're with the World Cup, with everybody's schedules, it's complicated to figure out. It's not as easy as you think. We want to make sure that we have literal content for the entire thing. So
Stifler's so obsessed with us. Oh my god, I love it.
You guys get to see more Sean B or more Beast McNeese. That's what you guys want, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. We appreciate you guys right here on the Betting News Network. This has been the All Sauce Team Happy Hour edition in the books. We missed Sook today, Sauce Man, but you got the 2 of us, and we had some fun with you guys. Thanks for being here, chat. Big shout out to Beast McNeese for pressing the buttons down below. You got anything else before we get out of here?
No. Happy Friday. Go have a day, chat. Go have a day.
Go have a night. Get out there and enjoy. I'm going to go to Topgolf, and I'm going to smack the ever-living shit out of some golf balls.
That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. Happy 4th of July. We'll see you guys in the morning to celebrate with us to get your party started. Hey, don't forget, old Unc's going to talk to you real quick. Don't blow your shit up tomorrow. Just, be safe. Don't blow yourself up. Get, rowdy and trashed. Do that. Just don't buy any explosives when you do that. It's my only request. And be degenerate and waste your money on parlays.
Everybody should come back with 10 fingers and 10 toes, please.
10 fingies and 10 toes. Put in reverse, Ter. Oh, Lord, Ter.
That video, and the one of the guy grilling on the roof, where he's just dancing. It's like that big guy he's like that. Those are the 2 videos that I live for on July 4th.
That put it in reverse, Terry video will be hitting the timeline tomorrow. Don't worry. That 100%. Was on rotation. You guys came the winners. You stayed for the immaculate vibes tonight. Have a great Friday night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow in the morning to celebrate July 4th. Have a good night, chat. Take it easy. Peace.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the deep.